Hello, this is Trainboy 9705 and you are watching a Northwestern special. The steam engine for its type is the fastest land vehicle. And the steam team are the power behind freight and express services that make up the Northwestern Railway. This is the Northwestern Adventures. The island's newest engine, Duck, just so happened to arrive during one of Wilbert Awdry's annual visits to the island. Because of this, he put Duck in his newest book in 1956 called Percy the Small Engine. Duck quickly became a popular character as dozens of people came to the island just to watch him work. Duck was happy to show them the Great Western Way. But back on the mainland, some people who read their stories thought that the engines were fiction. My son, the new controller, decided to prove them wrong. He announced that he would be taking the 8 engines from the railway series to London. This announcement came with much confusion. "Sir, who will do our jobs while we're at London?" "I've already arranged for 4 engines to take the jobs of Thomas, Gordon, Henry, and you." "But what about Edward, James, Toby, and Duck?" "I've also arranged for Neville, Rosie, Fergus, and Stanley to do the jobs of those engines. The replacements arrive this afternoon and we leave for London tomorrow morning. You all do your normal jobs until then." They were all very excited. Most had never been to London. Except for Gordon and Duck. Thomas had to take the local train to Vicarstown when he met the other 7 engines. "Is it time already? Are the engines here?" "Yes, they are, Thomas. Here are the 4 engines I got from the mainland. Genty will do Thomas' jobs. Frank will do Percy's jobs." "Hello, Genty." "Hello, Pug." "Why does he call you that?" "He once called me that as he thought I was one of those pugs from the Midland region. That nickname kinda stuck, I guess." "D10 will do Henry's jobs. And Gordon's replacement will be Flying Scotsman." Appearing into the station was a bright green engine with the number 4472. He still had the letters for Vilnius on his tender. "Gordon? It's been years. So this is the railway you work on now?" "Yes, it is, Scott. I am the main express engine here. When I'm not around they need 2 engines." "Impressive, Gordon. It's good that you're showing off Northeastern pride." "Well, the Western region is obviously better." "Gordon, I didn't know there were Westerns here." "It's fine, Scott. This is Duck. The same Duck who helped me and a few others gather evacuation trains." "Yes. You're both brave fellows. I didn't volunteer. I was too scared. Especially after what happened to Gadwall. It's a true shame what happened to him. Let's not bring down the mood. We'll catch up in those sheds over there." The 3 talked for what seemed like hours. James was getting a bit annoyed. At least until Gordon was bringing up his days on the Lenore. "When I was young and green, I remember going to London. You know the station there?" "Of course I do. It's King's Cross." "Rubbish." "Pardon?" "The London station is not called King's Cross. It's London's Paddington." "I know. I was the station pilot there before coming to Sodor." "Let's not bother with him. Let's go chat somewhere where us Northeasterns are appreciated." "Do they really not realize that London has more than one station?" Henry and his replacement were getting along too. Never before had Henry seen such an engine. "So you use that claw to pick up scrap?" "Of course. It makes sense because from what I heard, you're on scrapyard duties." "That's right. You know, I've seen diesels before while taking my passenger trains to Barrow. But they were always small little mean shunters. But you are nothing like them. You're huge. It's just part of the modernization plan that just got put in place last year. They're building bigger and better diesel engines now. Engines that are capable of more than steam engines could ever do. Sure. Thomas, Genty, Percy, and Frank were at the harbor that was being built on Thomas Branch. It's so nice to see you two again. I know. I don't know why we don't do this more often. We're only a single bridge away. So what are Thomas and Genty talking about? I think Thomas is bragging about his win against Birdie. So anyway, I rushed through the tunnel and stopped an inch in front of the buffers. Then Thomas saw the buffers. He had a quick idea. But he didn't think it through first. Like this. He broke through the buffers, then landed straight in the harbor water. Mickey showed up and pulled Thomas out of the water. Will I be able to run before tomorrow morning? I'm not sure, Thomas. There's a chance if we hurry to the works. The next morning the 7 engines were getting ready to leave when they heard the sound of a whistle. I know that whistle. Me too. It can't be. Then everyone saw that it was Thomas. He got fixed in record time and left with the others. By Thomas. By Percy. The others watched as they were out of sight. The engines were gone for 30 days. For the first 3 days, everything ran like clockwork. It did take the passengers even longer to get used to the new engines. It was until day 4 when Fergus was taking some trucks from the quarry. He was Toby's replacement after all. He meant to go on the line going near the pond, but the points were stuck. Driver? I think we're on the wrong track. You're right, Fergus. Look. They looked to see that the track just ended into a muddy pond. Stupid points. Now how am I going to get this train to Tidemouth? I guess you won't, Fergus. You might need intensive repairs. Let's wait until Mickey gets here to see. Mickey soon showed up and began an investigation right away. It was revealed that the points were jammed and whoever jammed them wanted Fergus to crash into the pond. He was taken to the works right away. It would have taken as long as Thomas's repairs did, except Fergus's entire pipe system would need intense cleaning. He stayed in the works for a good 8 weeks. The other engines were worried that someone or something was trying to sabotage the railway. They kept a bit of a careful watch on everyone. Bill had to go to the branch, leaving Ben alone at the clay pits with Arthur sometimes coming to help. It was day 7 when Rosie was taking the mail train down the branch line. She saw Stanley during the journey.
I'm a little bit worried, Stanley.
Why is that, Rosie?
The old wooden bridge is near here.
The one that creaks when engines go on it?
The very same.
Don't worry, Rosie. That bridge has been around for years. It would take a log to bring that old bridge down. Stanley was kinda right in his Smoke appeared from Stanley's cab. His wheels were worn down and he looked very tired. He couldn't speak.
I'll take you to the works right away, Stanley. They'll know what's wrong and how to fix it.
Turns out taking Rosie and her entire train to safety did a large number on Stanley. His firebox melted and his wheels were so worn down he couldn't turn them. He had to go under a major overhaul that would take 3 years to finish. They tried all they could but they couldn't fix Stanley's ability to speak. For the rest of his life, he was unable to speak. The news shook everyone on the island when they heard the news about Stanley. But they couldn't be upset for long. They still had lots more work to do. And when the cause for the bridge's collapse was revealed, everyone had greater suspicions about a possible saboteur. The remaining 6 replacements never let their guard down. By day 15, no new accidents have been reported. Everyone began to think the saboteur had finally left Sodor. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Neville was taking a late-night goods train when he heard 2 voices in the distance. Neville, being a curious engine, decided to investigate. When he turned the corner he saw a man and his engine putting something on the viaduct. Who goes there? What should we do? Don't worry, Boomer. I have a plan. So, you've finally figured it out, Neville. Figured out what? And how do you know my name? That's a simple question and I have a simple answer for that. It's because I have been working alongside you for over 2 weeks. Diesel 10? What are you putting on the viaduct? You'll find out soon enough. Find what out? Find out that I put dynamite on this bridge. And rigged it to explode in exactly 8 hours. That should be when Flying Scotsman is said to come by with the express. No. I won't let you. You'll have to catch me first. Enjoy your trip to the scrapyard, you piece of old iron. Let's go, driver. We have to stop him. Okay, Neville. Signalman. Close the line to the viaduct. It's been rigged to explode. The saboteur is at it again. Right.